for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
We're not zombies. Not
No.
yet.
No.
I don't know, when we've got cold weather coming in this weekend, I very well may be zombie mode.
Yeah, no. I'm hibernating.
But we are recording this on the eve of October the 4th, 2023, as far as when the signal, the emergency broadcasting or alert system test was supposed to be.
The frequency.
The frequency, exactly. And I actually had people, it's like, that almost questioned if I made this up, and I'm like, no. We gave the reference as far as the FEMA website. It wasn't people online.
Other people were talking about it.
Right. And it was interesting because even as when I had, as the reminder on the previous cup, when you look at this official website, and it said that it was going to occur at 2:20 October the 4th. It didn't say what time zone. We've got several here in America.
Yeah.
And so I had to go to another source to find out that it was Eastern Daylight Time, which was weird. And Kid had a good theory. He's like, what if it was at 2:20 in each time zone? And that could have been. I don't know. We had people here that said that they didn't receive signal or whatever. If they didn't, good.
Yeah.
We left the house at before 1 o'clock in preparation because we were going to do family outing. And we did do family outing.
We did. Oh, God, we rode this thing.
We rode part of the back of the dragon.
Yeah.
And the back of the dragon, let me go back to my website. And if you're a motorcycle rider, you would love the back of the dragon. And that goes between Smith and Tazewell counties here in southwestern Virginia. Mm-hmm. And it's on the visitsmithcountyvirginia.com. It explains it's 32 miles, 438 curves, and a once-in-a-lifetime ride is what they say. It's kiss-your-ass curves. Coming and going.
It's rough. It's a rough ride. And let me tell you something. If I don't know what the fuck happened to me, but damn it. Damn it.
Oh.
And I'm not that easily prone to motion sickness. As a matter of fact, I hardly ever get motion sick. But this was just so much.
A few years
I don't know what the
back,
fuck happened, but it's like I was getting woozy.
I think it must be allergies. Because we used to go to church in Tazewell several years back. And so that Tazewell version, part of Back of the Dragon, we coming and going twice a week because we go on Wednesdays and we would go on Sundays. And
Yeah.
so this was the Marion, Virginia version that we went to, and I was hoping to have footage and video from our dash cam, but apparently the SD card in the camera must be fried, and that's probably my bad for leaving it in heat because I had a bad habit of forgetting to take it off of the dash in the summer, so that didn't work so well. But the picture that we have here gives you an idea of how these curves are. And this picture is much flatter. No, it's worse than that. I don't know where they got that photograph from, but no. That must be. That's not the really twisty parts of it. And I was talking to Mom because she went with us. And
rode in the back.
She did. And we think that,
I don't know how she didn't get sick. It's because she can't see.
We think that these roads were developed. I know that they were basically hand hewn back during the Depression era when people needed jobs and we couldn't remember if that was FDR or what it was. But that was before they had all the big equipment and stuff that they do now. And so that's part of the reason that you have the kiss my ass curves, kiss your own ass curves, is because they were hand hewn. And kid was like, what did they do? I was like, well, they had dynamite.
And I was like, what'd they do? Just light it and run? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fire in the hole. And that's exactly.
Or do you light it and just chuck it at it?
Well, no, what they would do, a lot of times they would have like a fissure or a hole or something that they had dug, and then they had, would put the dynamite in it. They actually did have the boxes and stuff, I think.
Either way, those roads are nauseating.
Yeah, kid actually got car sick. We were coming through Hungry Mother Park.
I didn't get sick. I didn't puke.
Nauseous.
Yeah.
And had to stop at Hungry Mother. So
we didn't stop. Well, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did stop. We stopped at the ranger station there and let you get acclimated for a little bit.
She's like, "Can I go now? Can I go now?" When I'm like, "Would you settle your jets for a sec?"
It was over an hour of just straight driving because there is an overlook, which it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But because that it is still tourist season, and if you are thinking of visiting this area, and if you do have a motorcycle or something, this would be a great time for you to visit because the foliage is starting to change.
How do you go down a motorcycle on that road? On a road like that?
Well, that's actually, it's easier. It'd be easier to ride that on a motorcycle than it would on a car.
I think the fuck not.
But the overlook.
I think the fuck not.
The overlook, there were several bikers that were there, and they were sort of scattered about in the parking area, so wasn't really room for car. I actually had taken my video camera and thought, I'll just use the dash cam footage, but no. Or they could have truly seen how, and it's like trees. If you run off the side, there's trees that could break your fall. And you hope that people have control of their vehicle well when they're coming the other way, because you can't see. I mean, we're talking 15 miles an hour around some of those curves, and that's warp speed. Yeah.
I'm fine with driving it. Riding as a passenger. I can't do it. I can't do it.
The dragging.
I mean, I can do it one more time, but it was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the dragging got him today. I would like to know what stretch. This must be coming off of the worst part of it, that this one photograph that's has been taken, the aerial photograph.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't show the ones where it's just like
kiss your ass curves.
It's corkscrew totally, completely. And even as far as just the map, it sort of gives you a little bit of an indication of how bad this is as far as the twists and the turns. But
it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's almost as bad as Tazewell Mountain.
Well, Tazewell Mountain is part of it. Like I said, it's Smith County, and then it joins
it's just
on over
one
to
whole
Tazewell.
dragon.
It is. That's the whole thing. If you go across Marion Mountain or back the other way over into Tazewell, that is the whole back of the dragon. We would usually just take half parts of it.
Mm.
I don't know which side is worse. I don't know if the Marion side is worse or the Tazewell side is.
Both.
Yeah. Now Tazewell,
which
that's
one's
one of those.
Worse? Yes.
You look over and all you see is down. It's just
God. I hate those roads. I hate those roads.
Yeah. And it's like it had been a long time since we had driven over there.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
been a very long time.
Yeah, it can be a while longer before we go back.
Oh no, I'll do it again. Hungry Mother Park.
It was the time that we went was a good time of day because it wasn't as busy.
Yeah.
There are times that it can get busy because there's people that drive that every day coming and going to work.
Yeah.
And I can't fathom that, and especially not in winter. No. That's people that... No, some of those areas, it was just a matter of staying wherever you are.
Uh-huh.
And that was one of the things about here in the Appalachian Mountains. You have all these little pockets because that when people first settled in this area and stuff, that was it. You had the little communities. You had the little community stores and different things like that because it was much more difficult to get out and about and get supplies. And that's just like... we had a gentleman he literally was a hermit who lived on top of one of the local mountains, and he would come to town maybe, 3 or 4 times a year, get what he needed.
Was he pleasant? Was he crabby?
I don't know. I mean, I never did talk to him.
That's what we hear. Most hermits are
It's
crabby.
just, no, I don't think it was just one of those that he lived up there by himself. There was I got the hermit crab thing. It just took me a minute. But I don't know. There was rumors surrounding anybody. There's always rumors surrounding people that are considered outsiders. He had a daughter that used to write for a local newspaper, and she was a very good writer. She wrote different stories and stuff, and about her life growing up, in some of these areas and stuff.
Yeah.
Notice she came back closer to society. But there's
she
places.
likes society.
Yeah, I think she does. It makes it a lot easier. But even going when we were off the mountain, it was a matter of going back. There's hollers and nooks and crannies and just places that even though we live here, just because we don't travel in some of these places, it's like there's a lot of people hidden amongst these mountains, tucked away.
A lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we did
some of them are shady. One of them said, no pulling in the parking lot, or no pulling in the driveway, no backing out, something, no trespassing or something. You'll be shot.
Well, yeah,
you'll be shot if you just simply turn around in their driveway.
That used to be pretty common in these areas. And I would say that more than likely, the reason that they have done that, because unfortunately we do have such an issue with meth heads and stuff. Yeah. And I think that it makes people think twice before going on somebody's property. When I grew up, that was just assumed. You didn't need a sign to sit there and go, see, don't go on so-and-so's land. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Stay off my lawn.
Stay off my mountain. So I'm glad that kid didn't turn into a zombie, even though he just a little green around the gills. I mean, I was just driving because when I drive, that's it. I don't see much of nothing other than road.
Yeah, that's why it's different when you drive. Versus when you ride. When you ride, you get a whole different experience.
That's where I learned how to drive, was going across Marion Mountain. Yeah.
Tazewell Mountain.
Well, you drove the once. No, this is something
I drove multiple times.
Did you?
Yes.
Have it multiple times? He just liked to see if you could have the handle.
I think he liked to torture me.
Were you white-knuckled coming and going? That's a yes.
I was gripping that steering wheel, yanking us both from fucking side to side in that car turning.
You didn't have to, but you know what? He could have taken you on across from over there in Tazewell. Y'all could have come out at Richlands and then come back down through Abingdon and stuff. He didn't have to take that route. That's one of those, only if you have to get there through that distance. It's just shorter. It is shorter from point A to point B on some of these places.
Fuck not.
And it's like some of those old logging roads around here. Oh my God. You think you're never going to see civilization again. And it's worse because they're gravel. And it's like they're barely wide enough for one vehicle, let alone if you meet a large truck. That thought's horrifying. So I'd rather not.
No.
So we hope that everybody stayed safe out there. We hope that we don't have pirate zombies.
Did you hear anything on the radio today?
Yeah, if anybody heard anything else that we may not have, because I didn't even, by the time we got back, it was nap time. And
that's why I feel like they're playing a game with us.
Well, they may be. They may be. It very much may have been a total psyop thing.
To get us offline?
Who knows? I don't know. But it was no harm, no foul for us to listen to a CD in the car, to turn I survived for many years without cell phone.
Yeah.
And yes, I really did wrap it in tinfoil and put it in the trunk.
She did.
Inside of one of those refrigerated bags.
For a second, because I went inside, and then I came outside, and I saw her have that thing in her hand, and I thought it was a fucking tortilla. And I'm like, what are you doing with a ram tortilla? No, it was the phone wrapped up in tinfoil.
And I lamented the fact that when the kids were small, that I did not do a family Halloween costume of all of us with tinfoil hats. I really did.
After all these years, we have not done one picture of tinfoil hats.
And kid would have been, I don't want to wear the hat. Wear the hat. I don't want to wear the hat. Put the damn hat on your head. They'll eat your brains. Final thoughts, kid.
Winding roads. Torture.
Mountainous areas. If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you have ever had the experience of riding the back of the dragon, let us know. You can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com. Did I say with gmail.com?
It does. It's all the same.
It's in the description box.
Yeah.
It's all in the description box.
It's all the same. With whatever.
Oh, yeah.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good...
I think he needs a nap. He's giving me a dirty look. Know that you're very loved. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.